Ayo, welcome into the CHGO Bets Daily Podcast presented by PointsBet. Use promo code CHGO when you sign up to get 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000. What you did not see is I almost just dropped my computer onto the floor. I'm Sean Anderson. Welcome into Studio B. The B stands for bet in the CHGO studio. I am Sean Anderson. Alongside me is Cody Delmendo. You can follow him on Twitter at Cody_CHGO. You can follow me on Twitter at Sean_W_Anderson. This is CHGO Bets Daily presented by PointsBet. Use code CHGO when you sign up to get 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000. On today's episode, we are being produced by Clark Lawrenson, and we'll be talking about the Masters tournament with our guy Teddy Greenstein from PointsBet, and then we'll get into our big three. And I had a bet last night, and I quit betting, but I had a bet that I threw out, and usually the bets that I throw out that I don't put money on, I usually win. We'll discuss one of those and if that came true later on in the show. But let's waste no time. It is the Masters this week out in Augusta. We have Teddy Greenstein of PointsBet joining us, the senior editor over at PointsBet. You joined us for the players. Now we have you on for the Masters. Teddy, how you been?
Sean, Cody, I am great, man. This is just an incredible stretch of sports right now. Obviously, that Kansas-North Carolina game was ridiculous. I had Carolina money line and points, so I kind of split that up. Masters, favorite week of the year, best event of the year. Pains me not to be there, but still fun to be able to watch. And then, baseball opening day, so everything is converging. It's a great time.
Yeah, how's the wallet doing? How's the PointsBet account doing after the national championship game? Were you on the right side?
Yeah, I'm gonna say strong to quite strong. There were some nicks. I had a nice future on Brady Manick at 18-1, and in that first half when he was making it rain, and I'm like, all right, we got the narrative here. He's smacked in the face. He comes back. He's tough. He's doing everything. He's blocking shots. He's showing he can also play defense. It was looking good for his MOP case for a while. But then he fell off, and I ended up really just like splitting, man. One on the spread, lost on the money line, won about half my props.
That spread was brutal. I had Kansas, and when that guy ran out of bounds, those viral videos where guys punch their TV, I was thinking about it. I didn't do it, but I was thinking about it.
Got so lucky on that one. My wife was next to me. She doesn't know any of this stuff. And I was like, great. Now it's, gonna hit the free throws. My 4.5 is blown up. Great. And then all of a sudden, foot on the line. I'm like, really? And it was Manick, you guys remember, who had actually thrown it away with 4 point something left. So I'm like, all you had to do is pass it to a human being, launch a shot. By the time it gets rebounded, there'd be no free throws. So I was in the other boat there for a second.
Yeah. That's just gambling, though, right?
I mean, I got lucky on I hit like a Vermont. I got family in Vermont, so I always bet Vermont, and I had like a 3-leg in game, and it was like under 17.5, and the guy was at 17, and it was like over 6.5 rebounds, and he was at 7. So I try to remember those for when I whine about the bad beats, because we all get lucky sometimes too.
For sure, no doubt.
Right, and hopefully you're lucky this weekend with the Masters coming around. Let's talk about the Masters. It's definitely a more calmer bet than, and definitely a longer bet, a longer wait than the 40 minutes of college basketball. Before we get into some specific odds and markets that PointsBet has, what does the Masters mean, and what are we looking at weather-wise? Is it going to be a typical Masters weekend, or are we going to get some funky play here?
It's actually a very important question this week because the weather is pretty dodgy. So the thought goes that the advantage is going to go to the players who are in the Thursday afternoon wave and then the Friday morning wave. So how these golf tournaments work is you're either early late or you're late early. Late early is going to be an advantage because on Thursday, the better weather, more favorable for scoring is in the afternoon. And then on Friday in the afternoon, it's supposed to get very windy. So keep that in mind. Look for the guys who are playing Thursday late. Unfortunately, Tiger is not one of them. Tiger is playing mid-morning on Thursday, teeing off about 9:34 a.m. Chicago time. Tiger's been really interesting for us. Like, our traders showed some serious cojones earlier this week. We had Tiger at 80-1 when the rest of the books were at 40 and 50. That's come down. He was like 70 yesterday, 66, and now he's at 50. We were also offering his over-under on first-round score at 75.5. That got hit so hard that now that over-under is 74. So a lot of interesting bets out there, and we have a big liability on Tiger.
Yeah, with Tiger, I mean, it's definitely gonna be interesting. I mean, I love how he says, I can win, but I also don't know if I can walk, which is very, interesting.
What
Being
better is
around golf for as long as you have, I don't think you're shocked by the Tiger effect. But after being laid off for 14 months, not golfing as much as he has, saying that he might be unable to walk the course, are you surprised that 80-1 has gotten bet up all the way to 50-1 with the liability that you guys have, or is that just Tiger?
No, not in the slightest. I mean, he owns that course. I mean, he's won it 5 times. He won it in 2019. And the amazing thing about Tiger at the Masters is this. I was lucky enough to be out there in 2019. Like, nobody can remember a specific highlight. There was not one like incredible shot or 40-foot putt. He won that day and he won that week because he avoids mistakes, because he's so smart and knows that course so well that when other guys are hitting it in Rays Creek on 12, he's playing for the right part of the green. He's missing it in the right spots. He's lagging successfully from 50 feet. So I feel like Tiger starts up a shot or a shot and a half on the field, especially the inexperienced guy when he plays at the Masters. So look, Jason Sobel brought this up. He hasn't played in forever. Of his last 6 holes that he played competitively, he made 5 birdies. Like, he was playing great before he got hurt. So there's no reason to think that as long as he can handle it physically, he's not going to play well.
Well, you've talked me into. I was looking at the boosts on PointsBet for the Masters, and Tiger Woods to make the cut at plus 125. I'm liking it. I'm liking it after what you just said.
Well, he has never missed the cut as a professional. I mean, think about that. I mean, he's always in the top 10, top 20, at the very least top 30, and it's an easier cut to make. So the Masters field has only 91 players. A lot of tournaments have like 150. And of those 91, you've got past champions who basically have no chance. And you've got a bunch of amateurs. So it's probably only 80 guys who can make the cut, and it's top 50 in ties. So, yeah, hit that as hard as you can, that boost, because that's probably the best thing we're offering this week.
All right. Well, you convinced me. Teddy, I've quit gambling. It's been a really, really bad run. So if you're saying it's that guaranteed, let's roll with it. I'll put some money on it. And maybe we can.
Mama didn't raise no quitter. Come on, get back out.
Exactly.
Yeah, I like that mentality.
No, I like that, Teddy. Another sort of Tiger boost here is former Master champion to win. This is boosted from plus 300 to plus 380. Any other boost or that you like out there? Obviously, we got the former Master one. That includes Tiger here. But any other ones, or do you like that one specifically?
Yeah, I mean, I write and edit our newsletter called The Hustle. So every week we have the Hustle boost. And this week, I should say, it is any player to break 70 for all 4 rounds. Now, it's only been done once in the history of the Masters, so don't count on it. But it was done by Cam Smith a couple of years ago, the year DJ won. And other guys have come close. And for the price, I think it's worth a shot. Plus 1150. It doesn't seem like it should be that hard to shoot 68, 69, 68, 69 because it's a course that yields birdies and eagles. But, it's only been done once. We'll see if somebody can do that again.
All right. Any pick for outright winner? I think that people are going to be tempted by Tiger, especially at that 50-1 number. We talked last time. You like Colin Morikawa in the players. Any other guys that you think maybe on the outrights? I know you don't love the outrights, but maybe top 5 or top 10 finishes here.
Oh, I look at all that, and Colin didn't do us a solid in players. He got caught in that worst of the wind. You want to talk about, we talk about with this event, the Thursday, Friday, early, late. The Players' Championship, I've never seen a bigger disparity in terms of when you played and how your performance was. But, in terms of top guys, I'm going heavily with Cam Smith and Scotty Scheffler. So Scotty Scheffler, number 1 player in the world right now. He's had this unbelievable spring. Great ball striker, is doing everything well. Cam Smith won the Players' Championship. I think he's the best putter in the world, and that's the number 1 metric at the Masters. You can get a little spray off the tee, but as long as you can hit draws and sling it around at like 2, 13, and 15, you'll have some eagle opportunities. So those guys. If you're looking for mid-range picks, guys in the like 50-1 neighborhood, people like Sam Burns, even though he's never played the Masters before. I always like Matt Fitzpatrick. He was at Northwestern for a hot minute. He is a great all-around player. He is arguably the most consistent player in golf in the last 6 months. Not a long hitter, not a tall guy, but Matt Fitzpatrick. And then a long shot, people are thinking about Tony Finau. He's had 3 top 10s at the Masters. His odds are 60-1 because he enters in not very good form.
What about my guy? I've been tempted to bet him, but Tom Hoge, he's a very long shot here. He's been good of late, though, in 2022.
Yeah, I mean, he got it done at Pebble. I mean, he's been a guy who, right, most people don't even know how to say his last name. I believe it's Hoge, which I think, even if it isn't, I like saying Hoge. It's lunchtime, so I think about sandwiches and all that.
We work with Adam Hogg, so it's like I just want to say Tom Hogg.
Exactly. For those guys, you just go first name only. But yeah, he's a guy who I think you take on a top 20. Probably got really good odds. I don't think he's going to win the Masters, but he's a good all-around player, good short game. So I think he's would have a shot to get you a nice return on a top 20.
All right. Well, I might be playing them this week. We'll definitely take all of your thoughts and considerations into our betting action this weekend with the Masters. Teddy Greenstein, senior editor over at PointsBet. Thank you so much for joining us, Teddy. You can follow Teddy on Twitter at Teddy Greenstein. Appreciate all the thoughts, Teddy.
Enjoyed it, guys. Have a great opening day and Masters weekend.
You too. And
Thanks,
we will
Teddy.
enjoy it with the PointsBet app. If you enjoy our show, you enjoy CHGO, the best way to support CHGO is to download the PointsBet app and use code CHGO when you sign up. If you do that right now, you'll get 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000. But that's not it. If you make a $50 or more first-time deposit, you'll receive a free CHGO membership, which unlocks all of our web content, and you'll even get a free shirt of your choice from CHGO Locker. That's $2,000 in free bets, a free CHGO membership, and a free t-shirt from the CHGO Locker, all for making more than a $50 first-time deposit at PointsBet. The shirts are sick. The shirts have been sent out. And let me tell you, the shirts are sick. You want a shirt. You want to bet on PointsBet. Teddy Greenstein just told you that Tiger making the cut is almost sure and certain. You're getting plus money on it. So what are you waiting for? Use the code CHGO. When you sign up, you get $2,000 in free bets, a free CHGO membership, and a free t-shirt from the CHGO Locker, all for making more than a $50 first-time deposit at PointsBet. If you have any questions, you can email us pointsbet@allchgo.com, and we'll help you out. And you're home for live in-play betting. Just got even better. When you're watching the Bulls game tonight, you can use PointsBet's newest feature, the live NBA same-game parlay, and you can boost those odds. You get 1 free boost each and every day, so take advantage. PointsBet's going to give you the best odds possible. Online sign-up is available in Illinois. You can download the PointsBet app right now and register your account from start to finish, all from your phone. So what are you waiting for? Once the game starts, don't just bet. Live your bet life with PointsBet. Gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700.
Sean, I must tell you, I grabbed the Sky shirt. It showed up yesterday.
Oh, did you?
That's what I'm wearing right here.
Oh,
it is quite
The Sky
comfortable.
shirt is awesome.
The fitting. I have the Bulls one as well, and they fit perfect. Like
Nice.
they're right on the size.
You large?
I am a large.
All right, fit large.
And it's crazy because I was worried about that because I've just dropped from an XL to a large, and the size is perfect. I don't know. For me, anyway.
I worry.
Great.
I worry about it. I'm like a medium. I'm like a large. I went with a large. I think it'll be fit. A nice fit. I'm excited for it to show up.
Others have told me it's solid as well. So far, good luck. I hope it works out for you.
Yeah, we got rave reviews for the CHGO Locker stuff. So shout out to Merchel and shout out to Eric for all their work.
Everyone who's tagged us on social media is great.
Yeah, and keep it coming too. If you get more merch, we want to see it. I mean, don't stop. Even if it's 4 months from now, you still ordered a shirt. And we want to see it. We're excited for you.
Yeah.
All right, let's get quick into the bets. Cody, we saw your bank. You're at $12.
Woo!
I'm at 0. So I quit betting. I will probably put more money in.
I think I'm that like either way. I think I'm gonna have to put more money in because I do want to bet that Tiger Woods.
I want to bet
boost.
the Tiger one. I want to bet the Tiger one.
To make
we'll
the
talk
cut.
about it.
He's never missed the cut
know.
at plus 125.
But he can't walk.
I don't care.
What
It's
is
Tiger.
His body walk 18 holes. I don't know. All right, let's get into your big 2 here. What do you got for us on the night?
All right, so let's start with it's Bulls Celtics. If I were to take the spread on this game, I would probably take Celtics minus 7.5. Bulls coming off a back-to-back. They disappointed again last night. They clinched and make a playoff spot. It's cool, but they're literally dragging all the way to the end of the season. Not feeling great about them in the playoffs. But I do like these props a little bit more. Let's start with Marcus Smart under 13.5 points at minus 121. We talked about it last week a little bit. He had a 28-point game against Toronto on March 28th, and since then he has gone under the 13.5-point margin. He has been at 13.5 points. The line has been at 13.5 points for him the last 3 games, and he has gone under the last 3 times. Going up against a Bulls team that, honestly, like with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum back, they're going to feast. I know you might lean taking the over just because Lonzo Ball is not going to play, and he's the Bulls' best defender for guards at least. But he's not being as aggressive. He's been getting his assist total has been increasing these last 3 games. So I'm just going to keep riding with that because I've had it in a parlay. I've had it taken it single-handedly, and it's worked out. So I'm just going to stick with it. And then I like Zach LaVine over 22.5 points tonight at -125. He didn't play last night, probably because of the second of a back-to-back he was going to play. I know he's got the knee issue, but he did put up 33 against Miami. And the Bulls are they're going to be trailing from behind most of this game. They're going to need him and DeMar DeMar put up 40 last night, and the Bulls still got murdered. It's depressing. It depresses me.
You're going to the playoffs. Why is it depressing? You haven't been there in a long time.
It's because
Bulls fans are so greedy.
I know.
You guys are so greedy and so annoying.
They were so good in December and like early January before all those injuries came, and they really made you believe that they could be an Eastern Conference Finals contender.
And what makes them? You're in the playoffs. If you get to the playoffs and you start winning,
anything can
you can
happen.
still be a contender. They had success in December.
They're
going through a rough spot.
Personally, I am hoping that they get matched up with like Boston, because I do think they match up better with Boston than the other top 4 teams. But like you said, I am happy they're in the playoffs, but the way they're playing at the end of the season just does not have me feeling good about them.
Yeah, Cody, I really like you going with LaVine going over. With DeMar having that big game last night, I mean, LaVine, if he's playing and he had that break, put him over. It's great.
And DeMar was, if you watch that game, DeMar was carrying that offense. I just don't see him doing it on back-to-back nights. I still think DeMar could put up 30 tonight, no doubt, but I also think LaVine he's going to come out and be aggressive tonight since he was off last night, and knowing that DeMar took in some heavy minutes. He played that entire third quarter, and then when Milwaukee could not stop missing shots, Billy Donovan waved the white flag in the 5 or 6 minute mark of the fourth quarter, and was like, all right, we need you for tomorrow.
I'd avoid the game completely, but if I was going to lean anywhere, I'd lean Boston. I'm just totally down on the Bulls right now. I don't trust them, but we'll see. Anything can happen. And my NBA senses aren't that good. I told you about a parlay that I was going to think about putting together. Giannis, double-double, and his team to win. Embiid, double-double, and his team to win. Jokic, double-double, and his team to win. Embiid, 47 and plus 10+. So that was great. They won. They killed the Pacers. They scored over 130 points. Knew that would happen. But then Giannis, he didn't get 10 rebounds. So, as you know.
The Nuggets lost, too.
Yeah, and then the Nuggets lost. So, I that wouldn't have hit. So I'm glad I'm just staying away from betting. Looking back to the Teddy Greenstein interview, though, I'm going to probably take Tiger to make the cut. That seems like a really good bet. The
that can just be
odds.
Both of our locks.
Yeah, plus 125 right now. It's boosted from minus 105. He's never missed the cut. It's worth it because if he can walk, like Teddy said, his last 6 holes, 5 of them are birdies. So, the golfing still might be there.
He knows the course. He's won at that course 5 times. It's just really it's juicy enough to dabble on. Mm-hmm. And I just and Teddy said it himself, that's probably the most likely to happen of the boost that they have.
Yeah, and I like the former master ones to win the tournament plus 380. You got Morikawa, who just won, but Patrick Reed, Tiger Woods, Bubba Watson, who they got boosters down there for. Definitely a lot of guys out there that could repeat. So those are the 2 that I like, and I might take one on Thomas. Or Tom Hoge. I don't know what it is still. But the fact that it's that juicy, I think I could put 50 cents down, a bet I love, and win $75. So we might do that. And we got to thank Teddy Greenstein for joining the show. At Teddy Greenstein is how you could follow him. He's the senior editor over at PointsBet. So we appreciate Teddy for his thoughts and insight and expertise on the Masters. That is Cody Delmendo. You can follow him on Twitter at Cody_CHGO. This is CHGO Bets Daily. You can follow us on Twitter at CHGO_bets. Again, use code CHGO on PointsBet when you sign up to get 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000. We were produced today by Clark Lawrenson. Thank you very much, Clark, and for showing off your great Sky shirt. I'm Sean Anderson. You follow me on Twitter at Sean_W_Anderson. We will talk to you tomorrow when we are, in fact, Cody, and I checked this, when we're millionaires.
Yes. We guarantee being millionaires tomorrow.